Today, today is November 5th, 2024. Okay. During the case, around January 19, the big 300-pound sumo wrestler looking guys, white with long black hair, they said we all work for the king from Texas. We are his men. Dave hired us. He's a drug lord. Okay. Well, they had showed back up and they were calling me names. Stupid, idiot. Okay. They even said, Will said, she is so dirty and so disgusting, he never wanted to meet her. So that Bill from the Freemasons, he works for the king from Texas then, right? The one that was stalking me with the Freemasons group. Where they said, Bill, you said you liked her and she won't even look at you. You've been paying people to follow her around. And she won't even look at you. He's paying people to stalk me. And they're laughing how they crushed my head in. On 12/21/18, I got a dent. Beat, raped me, left for dead. And they're drugging me and telling me to say stuff. And he paid almost $800,000 into 19 to pay people to harass me. No, I won't look at them. Like the sheriff's department out of this area. Isn't that Karen's will? The one we're supposed to keep an eye on when she's out. Yes, there's a court order. For an FBI informant, threat of life, protected custody. There's a real court order. But that Bill from the Freemason was messed up in the Texas group. Caught under police surveillance. Him and his group. And the Kingsman talked about him. Okay? Him and his family was caught stalking me. And his friends. Okay? Now, we're going to also talk where I did in those videos. The courthouse did not know about Dave hiring these people on his own. They didn't get special permission. There's no such thing. Where they lie to people and an attorney did it, give me a name. The real law is if attorney sets up body cameras, they're not biased. Impartial. They lose their license, go to jail, and have to compensate you. Give me a name. You'll make me a millionaire. My children and my grandchildren consume. They admitted they taped and combed potty and sold them on the internet. They admitted they drugged me up and told me to say stuff. I had bruises, throwing up, heart racing, almost passing out on severe personal infection. That if they were human trafficking me, I will own them. Give me a name, first and last. They admitted they sold me on porn sites. All kinds of people admitted seeing me in the bathroom, on the toilet. They photoshopped shower scenes in their stocking tapes. I didn't have permission. It's cold, hard court orders. Police and agencies only. In a protected custody case. The Fourth Amendment. The right of the people to be safe and secure within your own person. No one can touch you unless you want them to. It's assault. Okay? Your places, your homes, your papers, and effects against all unreasonable searches or seizures shall not be violated. Your home can't be violated. So why would a drug dealer be allowed to violate me? No searches, no seizures, but upon probable cause, warranted. You have to have a court order, not money permission. Of the people, places, or things warranted with an oath or affirmation. Okay? Of the people, places, and things to be searched and seized because of the right to remain quiet and the right to attorney yourself and defend yourself, and the right to remain right to remain quiet and the right to privacy. Police and agencies can only be in a home under a threat of life with statements. That's why the police call them stalking tapes. And that idiot can't hire a stalker. I talked to a criminal attorney. Dave couldn't hire anybody on his own to watch me in my home. He can't take my rights away. See, as an occult, they didn't think I had rights. Being a woman. for hiring a hitman to harm somebody or kill him, it's 10 years. They get harmed, it's 20. They die, it's life. So what was to happen today for hiring Pete on his own? They were to be arrested, and for harming me. This whole thing is absurd. Give me first and last names of the people admitting that they were harming me and exploiting me and my children and grandchildren. They're admitting they were doing this. They've never contacted me personally and talked to me personally. I will sue them for everything they have. Give me a name. So will my kids for selling their kids on porn sites, and them will own them. Everything they have. They want to admit they were harming me? Give me a first and last name. They were doing it on their own. See, back in 2020, 21, they said Dave gave him special permission to hurt me. He's not my pimp. Then they changed it that the courthouse gave him special permission. They didn't know about it. I went to him. See, an Asian lady said that her husband got killed on the gunshot night. And I tried to get her help in 19. I got raped and tortured and then warned to stay quiet. Okay? They sold videos of it to people. You know how many people have confessed to seeing it? It's not even funny. Including who was in the room and everything. As a society, people should have been horrified. Getting in contact with everyone. Drug dealers harming people in front of people. It's sick. It's a big drug scam, that's all it is. No, and it's already documented in the cartel frame by the police. See, I called the FBI hotline. That agent told on me to the churches. He knew I was being drug beat and raped, act like a crazy cult person, that he didn't care. He's been playing them like a fiddle. Laughed at me for the rapist Pete and how he's framing me and how I didn't know. Nobody's that stupid. Where the Hartville police told people that agent's telling everybody that he's playing that drug dealer to get all his drug contacts. Oh, he gave up over 1,000. Because he's arrogant and stupid. In 2020, I got enough nerve to go up to the Ravenna courthouse. I know my car is bugged from the case, and I know they sold it, and I know the guy that worked the case. I seen him going in and out of that bar across the street. So I went up there and I called my sister, went through stuff. Two of the guys from the case walked out, looked at me, looked at each other, went, "Where's that idiot?" over the house. I go in, the nice Ravenna police officer with gray hair, mustache, and narrative. If I say something out in the car, I usually say, "Hey, sweetie, I have the boys look into it." This time he looks panicked. I asked to speak to Judge Timothy Ludick. He was busy, so I go to leave. He's like, "I can't let you leave." I said, "I gotta go." He said, "I can't let you leave. You have to talk to Abigail." And I said, "I gotta go." He said, "I'll get two lady officers to come talk to you." They walked me down, and I sat down next to Abigail, the Portage County prosecutor, victim activist. Okay? I look at her, I said, "The FBI don't use sodium pentothal." "I know." "Nobody does." "I know." "Nobody drugs anybody." "I know." Cartel does. Nobody else does. "I know." Up walks a man with a tiny file. "I'm here for Karen around the house." They call it that or Karen's will. Walked off with a ladies officer. I finished talking to Abigail. Lady officer said, "I'll walk you out." You run around, you tell everyone you know, you hold the FBI accountable. People have got away with way too much. You go tell the Portage County Sheriffs. They didn't know. I told you, like a year later, I went up and met with the Portage. I went up there and did a report, and Officer Bacon rushed me out. I had went up a year later, and I was talking to a sheriff in a recorder room. He said, Miss Hall, we all know you didn't think Officer Bacon did anything. He went into the chief of police, and he told everybody to stay out of it. He obstructed justice. He said, and I'll let you know, it was none of our officers in your home before. We weren't in your home or anybody else's home outside of protective, like I said, with statements. It's the Fourth Amendment. He said, yes. And what these people are saying they did is illegal. I told him how I had bruises, I was throwing up, almost passing out, seen by the doctor. And a severe personal infection, they were claiming they were drugging me up and telling me to say something, and I never seen them. That's illegal. I said they're supposed to set up button cameras stalking me. That's illegal. I said they're supposed to have photoshopped a shower scene in the other room. That's illegal. Everything these people are saying they did is illegal. We had no knowledge of it. Talked to the Ravenna chief of police. They didn't know. Where Dave told people he hired Pete on his own, he hired a drug dealer in the cartel, a pimp. Where my one neighbor, 4 or 5 houses down, older white guy, drives a silver car. I see him go in and out of his house. I don't know who he is, but you see him walk in and out when you're out driving. He showed up at McDonald's in North Canton on Whipple and Helsindales Road and yelled out, I'm tired of this. Her ex-husband showed up in the store in Ravenna, screamed out he didn't want his wife anymore. Asked all those people to help get rid of her, and they all agreed to help. And it was the people in the store of Ravenna doing it to her. My luck, there was drug dealers. That's why my door was kicked in 3 days later. And by the second week, I'm stabbing around the front yard, almost passing out in front of the neighbor. They were drugging the hell out of me. Beat and rape me. Here's human trafficking me under drugs. What was supposed to happen to him for hiring a hitman to harm somebody, to kill them? It's 10 years for hiring him on his own. You get harmed, it's 20. If you die, it's life. It's a federal law. For hiring Pete, what was supposed to happen to him and Pete? Arrested. Like they said, that idiot can't hire a stalker. He hired a serial rapist. Okay? The police have even told people the guy he hired before is nothing but a child molester, and they don't know why that agent is playing with him. Oh, we got over 1,000 drug contacts from him. He's arrogant and stupid. Voyeurism is taping people naked without their permission, unless you're a sex offender. Was Dave allowed to let them tape me naked, showering, go in the bathroom? No, he's to be arrested. Sex trafficking videos? Tape me in dispensing kitty porn on my grandkids going potty. You know how many people admitted to seeing my grandkids go use the bathroom? Do you know how many times they admitted where you had bruises, you got sick on drinks, and the room went dizzy and black and woke up with marks and infected and almost passing out and a headache and throwing up? We were drugging you and telling you to say this. When you woke up with injection marks, we were stabbing you and throwing up. See, I actually had bruises. I was throwing up. I had heart racing, severe migraine, almost passing out, muscle pain, and a severe swollen personal infection until I could hardly go to the bathroom. That's how not funny it is. And these people are breaking to other people. They were exploiting me and harming me and human trafficking me. Give me first and last names. There's personal injuries attorneys, and I will own them. Give me names. See, that's where my one boss, his sister is a real judge. So they can run around telling people they were in your home before, but the day that they prove it, they're going to go to jail a long time. Cyber stalking is a 12 to 15-year sentence. Illegal surveillance is 7. Give me names. See, that's why they made fun of FBI agent John June 7th, 23, that a federal agent would actually fall for this. See, I talked to a retired sheriff. No law enforcement would fall for this. No one would. And that was like Lighthouse giving the FBI the finger and leaving. June 7th, 23, FBI agent John fell for the stun and taser 4. Oh, come on now, that FBI agent fell for that? You're kidding. It's only a stunt. How many drug beat and raped in a call? Photoshop showering. You mean FBI agent John fell for the stun and taser 4? Is that why they got away with it? Name and title and cackle. In Walmart 62, the sheriffs taped him, mocking him, how they made a fool out of him. They sold videos of it, even children. Had little kids a couple months ago. They showed a video of them making fun of Will. They also sell November 18th, 22, Eric, one of the wanted stalkers in the cartel. All the tapes before me and not her. It was my idea to come up with it, my idea to do it, my idea to say it. For all these people turned on, they fell for it. Well, if it was on you, I could take care of it. I know it's that bad, and they still fell for it. I saw videos of that, too. They said they all went to a party, and they were laughing how they made fools out of all these people with their stun and taser 4. And they fooled everyone into helping out, and they were laughing about it. They were talking about Massacres Park in Louisville around June 30th to July 4th of last year. They were screaming about it in Hartville and in Akron. How they made fools out of everyone. First and last names. Give me a name. I've never talked to these people. I will own them. So will my family. Names. See, I have a real FBI case with statements and a judge's order. And the sheriffs have been taping all this. From March 1st to 3rd of 21 that they put 2 clips together, put her in a porn. It's not her, it's them. Then what you're describing is showering. Ha 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 ha. She figured out what they did. May 12th, 22, May 26th, 22 at noon. The shower scene done on purpose to make you look weird, and they found tapes of them emitting a shower scene. To January 19th, effeminate wipey above the toilet to make you look weird. To racing people out of the room. To framing me March 24th, 22. To, let's see, Edith Oakland apartment, December 9th, 21. Guy at the Hunger Task Force, white man bald with dark eyes, distributing food at the Stark County Hunger Task Force on 9th Street. That all the tapes are for with them and not me. To my one client's neighbor in Navarre, the White House before hers, that Pete ordered everything to be drugged, photoshopped, and made up on me. And that's February and March of 22. To the beginning of the case where that old man walked up in front of the police and feds. They had stabbed me again in my sleep. Tried to lie that, and I was throwing up, woke up with a bruise, never seen or talked to anyone, showed up at Walmart 62 at Wood Forest, bragged he was using sodium pentothal, he worked for Dave, and drugging me up and telling me to say lies. For every other word you telling us, I'll turn it on you. Try to leave Dave, I'll list your child molester. You know that bruise on your leg? I used sodium pentothal on you. You know what you told me? And it was something about a wrong nightgown and butt lie. And you tried to leave Dave and threaten me again. What did he confess to? He was drugging me up, telling me to say lies, and work for Dave. And they repeatedly did it. And Dave debunked his life in a legally bugged house. To May 25th, 21, 8/9/21, January 19th, 22, February 2nd, 22, being drugged and told to say it. And they have my whole family defending me. Mel telling the kids to lie. From Melissa so stupid, she made everything up when you were fishing with Dave. She's actually that stupid, she didn't check where you were. To her kids on Thanksgiving of 18, that they wanted the house for Auntie Shell and Papa. And then later on to Flora, they made everything up, laughing at that they were games of pretend. They have John defending me that she was only having make it up because of the divorce, and that I'd be moving out and no one could ever say anything bad about me. And she'll have her church people make up something too, but nobody could say anything bad about me, so don't worry about it. It's only made up because you're going to be moving out and going through a divorce. And I said, you shouldn't have said something, but I did. And since they can't say anything bad about you, don't worry about it. To Dave's defend me, Karen, you're good to the kids, you're good to the grandkids. You would never hurt anyone. You're good to everyone, no matter who it is. I taped it, and so did the police. And we talk about Mel's kids lying because of divorce and John defending me. Okay? To Joshy, I've never done anything bad or wrong, never said you did. To Danny and Jen defending me on Christmas Eve of 22 that they didn't know about button cameras, they didn't know about them photoshopping a shower scene, and they knew I had bruises, throwing up, heart racing, and almost passing out, but they did not know somebody was drugging me up and telling me to say stuff and beating at me. That would have made them an accessory. And neither did the kids. They didn't know about a shower scene in the other room. They didn't know about any of this. The police, right after Thanksgiving of 18, met at Walmart 62. Why are they having those kids to make all that shit up? Well, they're just trying to scare her out of the house. We interviewed her whole family. They spoke highly of her. My part of the case was over by Thanksgiving of 18. And I went to Altman Family Physicians, and they told them that it was a medication error, medical malpractice that made me sick before. It's a medicine making me sick. Now, my part of the case was over. Give me names of the people that are confessing, first and last name, that were exploiting me, my children and grandchildren, selling us on porn sites, and that they are admitting that they were having me drugged up for fake confessions, sneaking in my house, lacing drinks when I was out of the room and I didn't know they were there, and stabbing me with date rape drugs. Give me names, I'll own them, and so will my family. Give me names. And stop falling for a drug scam from drug dealers. The police have even told people they knew the guy they hired was a child molester. They want to know why that agent's playing with him. He's stupid enough to give up over 1,000 drug connections. That's why. He works for the king from Texas. I never seen or talked to anybody before the FBI. You want to talk about scary movies? Sexual predators breaking into somebody's home, lacing drinks, beating, raping them, human trafficking them under drugs, drugging them up and telling them to say something. Poor victim wakes up with bruises, throwing up, heart racing, migraine, headache, and almost passing out, and a severe personal infection. It has no memory of the attack. And these people want to say they were the ones attacking me. Lacing drinks in the room, Diet Cokes of all things. The room go dizzy and black. Never see or talk to anybody, the same thing. They were human trafficking me out of that house. Give me names. First and last. I'll own them. Like the real police. Trust me, we were never interested in her. And like another one said, they were never interested in a drugged up rape victim. Basically, because a drug dealer was running a drug scam on them.